Right now I'm in London, England. This is the Tower Bridge there behind me. It's a pretty famous landmark here in London. Over here on this side is the castle. Today I'm standing in front of a church called St. Margaret's Church, otherwise known as Westminster Abbey, which is right there behind me. Built in 1523. And the significance of Westminster Abbey is that it houses all the tombs of the kings and queens for hundreds of years in London, or in England I should say. But the tombs are really ornate, it's really fancy. See Big Ben over there behind me, which is pretty famous also. But what a place this is to come and see. If you come to London, definitely come into Westminster Abbey and come see all the ancient history of the tombs and the stuff of the kings and the queens. It's really something to see. So we're sitting here in Covent Garden in London, which is one of my very, very favorite places to come to in London. This place has all kind of street performers, actors, people playing, like every 20 or 30 yards, it's a big square here. And there'll be a performer or somebody, or some type of actor or something like that, and they'll be playing acoustic guitar, singing, and they're good. They're not like, you know.
Yes, I'm going to get up on the table and dance in a minute. That's going to be my
I haven't seen any quite that kind of performance recently. But anyway, they also have like actors, street actors doing plays or juggling or some kind of neat skill that they have, magic, something like that. But this place during the daytime and until about 8 or 9 at night is just full of life. It's one of the best places you can come, in my opinion, in London when you're here. So if you get a chance when you're in London, come to Covent Garden. Covent Garden is the name of the place. It's just a cool place to visit. Just come check it out.
Yay!
In front of Buckingham Palace in London, home of the Queen. Very nice place to visit. There's a lot of interesting things to see here in England. It's kind of the entrance to Chinatown, which is really cool. But this is one of the coolest places if you want to get some Chinese food. This is the best street in London I know of to walk on. There's literally lines with tons and tons of Chinese restaurants, and pretty authentic. So if you're in London, find this. It's near Leicester Square, and in between Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus. If you walk in the alleys, you'll see this street, and you get some great Chinese food in here. But I tell you, I've been in a lot of places this year. In the last year, I've been all over the world. I've been in Southeast Asia for 3 months. I've been in South America for 2 months, 8 different Caribbean islands. Now I'm in Europe, here in London, England. It's winter time in London, so probably not the best time of year to come here. It's a typical winter day here, kind of gloomy and overcast. It was raining earlier, but I tell you, there's so much to see in London. London's a fantastic city. One of the charming things about London, you can walk around at night and there's all these people out everywhere. I don't know if you can see over there, but the pubs, theater, this where they have plays and that sort of thing. But the buildings here are just so ornate, and I mean, it's just a fantastic place to come out and walk around. I absolutely love London. We have the cottage pie, yes?
Cottage pie?
Cottage pie.
Help us out to cover anything there.
So what you said this looks good, yeah?
So it's like a rich beef ragu with tomato, red wine, garlic herbs, mashed potato, cheese.
And what do you call it?
Cottage pie.
You walk into one of these pubs, it's amazing how ornate these places are. Check this out. I mean, how cool is that? It makes you want to have a drink, right? You know, a lot of people ask me, they say, Michael, how in the world can you afford to travel all over the world non-stop like you do? Well, the answer to that question and many others can be found at my website, travelinsiders.com.